Hello, friends. Welcome back to Puzzle Wednesday. It's me, Juicey. We're doing something a little bit special tonight. We're playing a game called Polymino. It's in early access on Steam, and we've been in talks with the developer, and he's been deeply helpful with everything that we needed to make this bracket happen. Went from originally begging everyone on staff to be like, "No, we're good. We can try Parsec once," but I do want to give Welsh his proper shout-outs for adding not only spectating, but an entire tournament network that we can run on the back end here. It's fantastic. But without getting too much further into it, I'm Juicy. I'm your stream writer for tonight. We have on comms with me King Osberthian Mangosteen III, but you may know him as Oz.
Hello.
And we have the developer of Polymino, Welsh.
What's up, everyone?
So while we get things put together and start doing matches, calls in the Discord, which please do see yourself in there if you're not, do you want to talk a little bit about how Polymino is played?
Yeah, so it's a panel style game, except you can swap blocks horizontally as well as vertically. Also, unlike panel, where I believe junk is exclusive to versus mode, in Polymino, junk is in all of the game modes, and basically when you match up blocks, it launches projectiles, and when those projectiles hit the junk pieces, they shatter into more blocks, which you can use to destroy more junk. And another notable thing is that junk is the only way new blocks are added to your board. They don't appear from the bottom, like in panel. And I guess the last thing is that junk can be gray, in which case you can destroy it with any projectile. Or it can have a color, which means you need to destroy it with projectiles of the same color, which are created by blocks of the same color. And that's the basics.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
So, myself, not God's strongest paneler, is going to be the first match tonight, so all y'all better pray for me. I believe I'm up against Chikapu, who I don't know how good she is at this game, but what I do know is that she's really good at puzzle bobbles, so I'm going to hope that this is one of those times where she's playing against type, and maybe I have a chance here. We have a lot of lobbies open. Is this the one that I need to be in? That's Kirk.
All of the test ones are still there.
Interesting. Kirk, is this my lobby? I know you're muted in there. You can answer me. It's okay. Help.
It's yours if you want it.
Is that the code that you gave Chikapu? Masa gave me that one. No, you did. Okay, so I just have to wait for her to show up. Okay. But there are a number of things that I kind of appreciate about this game just from a TO perspective. And the biggest one being that the way to get more resources on this is limited. If you are not particularly good at the game, there is a real potential to just dead end yourself and run out of resources, which is notoriously very difficult to do and paneled upon. If you want to keep going in that game, you keep going in that game. Oh, looks like Chikapu's troubleshooting a little bit. Let's see what's happening there. Okay. So, I'm trying to remember what loadout I liked. I think we did have a tier list drawn up by one of the players here, Henry, who's, I believe, second seed. Yes. Let me see if I pinned it, because I'm going to let that inform what I go with, at least a little bit.
Oh, I hadn't even considered the loadouts.
That is a big part of it, because it's not necessarily easy to just create damage in this game otherwise. So it is there by necessity.
One of the mechanics to keep in mind, though, is that when you make matches, it does actually knock time off of how long before your opponent's next junk piece drops, which is multiplied by your combo. So that's I guess, less obvious versus mechanic in this game. That's just good to be aware of for everyone watching.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put myself on Q Assault. Since that seems like something that kind of will maybe play to my strengths, question mark. We might pivot to Oz v Ardrox if we don't get... Hey, there we are!
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in there. Let's get Chikapu in. Gonna go to join match. Not you, Oz. No, buddy. There we are. Got Bomb Drainer. And I think I'm ready to go.
All right.
Welsh, are you going to hop into this lobby, or are you playing your game already?
I'll wait till it starts, and then I will...
Gonna test that out? All right.
Yeah. Gonna be sneaking around, seeing what kind of stuff I can test.
Only the host can start this game.
So that would be...
Did we run into a problem here?
Did Ozzy make this lobby?
Is it me? I guess
It was Kirk. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Finally seeing some life out of her.
Okay, I see. So the colored blocks can come from the gray blocks. Whoa, okay. That's the bomb.
Yeah, so each of the players has a little ability meter they can use, and the abilities they have, that's what the loadouts are. You get three abilities, so the meter's kind of divided into 3 chunks there. And yeah, so each of the loadouts is, intended to have a sort of gimmick to it, or, encourage a particular play style. And then, yeah.
I'm out of reds. Sorry, don't mind me.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna need reds to clear that, actually.
Well, you're gonna have to destroy some other stuff. Oh, no reds. Yeah, that is something which is, it is technically possible to, I guess, soft lock yourself almost by running out of the correct color, but in practice it doesn't happen very often, especially once the game speeds up.
I'm seeing the flow of the game. Can bombs be used on garbage?
Yep. Yeah. And then sometimes one of the things that the abilities in this game can do is apply certain modifiers to junk pieces, and one of them is the bomb-proof modifier. That's actually these pieces on the right-hand board are they're tiny junk pieces, and they also have bomb-proof applied to them. So very tricky to deal with those, because just like any other junk piece, you can't swap them, even though they're only one block large. So yeah, you have to destroy them with projectiles, or you can also transfer them if your ability has a way to transfer junk pieces.
Okay, I think something I'm noticing is that it doesn't seem like you need to clear the pieces adjacent to the garbage blocks because of that projectile it shoots, right?
Yeah, you can clear them from across the board if you want. Yeah.
Okay, that's handy. Uh-oh, that's looking pretty dire on Chikapu's side.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen any ability usage from Chikapu yet, but uh-oh. Uh-oh, this might be it.
Yep.
Starting to get it.
I see.
Just playing fast in this much game with this much information to deal with is a lot. Okay. Oh, so your name is Yellow. Are you the actual host?
Oh, yep.
Guess
That
so,
would-
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Give us the go-ahead then.
Alright, you guys ready? Well,
Yep.
I guess you're ready, so I'll take your word for it. Oh, new song. Oh, I see. There's something. The vertical swap is pretty handy for those moments where you've got like a 5-way clear.
Yes.
But it's like just can't get it in
I
regular.
I like it so much more than Panel to Pawn, but that's just I struggle with only having left-right movement.
So I think that makes it a little fair that there's no raise button in this game with the vertical swap. I think that evens things out a little.
Yeah, in this game, there isn't really any challenge to actually manipulating your board. Like, making matches isn't necessarily challenging in this game. The challenge comes more from making those matches in the right position, in the right direction, with the right color. So, yeah, to offset that, you can swap blocks vertically and hit jump pieces from any distance.
Boy. We're just going to meter build a little bit, and then I'm going to bomb half of this to hell.
Alright. Well, then that makes me curious.
Because I just want full meter. And I'm so close. Okay, fine. Get me out.
Okay, I see. You do not get the colored blocks if you bomb them.
Well, if you any block which actually gets contacted with the bomb gets destroyed, but if you only like touch half of a bit of the junk piece, then the rest of the blocks do show up, I guess.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, but any tile that's actually in that bomb outline when it goes off is going bye-bye.
Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, that's like a...
Ah,
What is Juicy doing here?
I am panicking. What do you
Juicy is
want from
taunting
me?
his opponent.
the blue block shuffle right there.
The blue block shuffle.
Get me out.
Just playing very defensive with the bombs. Hey, you're right. It is Twinkle Star Sprite.
Oh yeah, one thing that was mentioned in Twitch chat, but I'll just shout it out, is if you go to polymino.net, there's a wiki, and there's a page with a list of all the loadouts and more information about them, so just in case that's helpful to anyone. There is actually in-game information on it too, but you know, some people might prefer a wiki format, so...
Okay, something I just noticed there from Juicey's play right there is that projectiles do shoot through different colored garbage.
Yeah,
So to clear the designated garbage block, which is good
yeah.
to know.
Well, projectiles don't actually get stopped by anything, but yeah, if they don't match the color of the junk, then they don't affect it. Yeah.
Let's let me in.
Okay. So my bad.
Okay, so we're 1-1 here. Let's see who takes it.
Oh,
Okay,
dude, the scoreboards are wildly wrong. Oops. I forgot we don't have fight-cade scripts. That's on me. I'm Rudolph tonight. I'm
No,
really
you're
good at
good.
magical drop, guys, and I'm Argentinian.
Wait, Juicy's on the left, right?
Yes.
Juicey's on the left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the sniper loadout Juicy switched to here is, it has, you can see its top segment of its ability meter there is really narrow, and the idea there is, unlike most loadouts where, you know, the first ability is weakest and the third is strongest, with Sniper, the second ability is actually really strong, and the third one is actually not very good. So the idea is the reason that segment of the meter is so small is because you want to time it just right when it's charged up the second segment but hasn't charged up the full meter yet. And we'll hopefully get to see Juicy pull that off, because it is quite the powerful ability.
I'm running out of real estate here.
Oh,
Exactly just enough to clear those blue garbage there. You know, people's kind of chilling.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that garbage just keeps piling.
Yep. Yeah, the game speed does progressively get faster in versus mode. You can see that under each player's score there. That just determines how long between each junk piece falling. So for most of these matches, we're just doing the default where it starts at speed 5, and I believe it is just over 6 seconds per piece, and then eventually if it comes to it, it'll reach speed 20 when it's like 1.92 seconds per piece, so it gets very quick. Looks like Juicey's kind of built up a bit of a board here again. Not really in hot water anymore with the lack of blocks.
Not just board, but a meter too.
Oh yeah.
At level 2.
Oh, so close.
Full meter on both sides.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Yeah. So
bottom garbage.
yeah. So yeah, those junk rows are unique to versus mode in this game.
Oh. So it's kind of like reverse panel garbage here.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Oh, that was really close for Chikapu there. Oh no! Needs to make a vertical purple match here. And
Yeah.
also not die right now. Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
GG's.
There we have it.
Ooh, jeez.
I can't believe Note won this match. I'll be on top of scoreboard. Just takes a little muscle memory to get back into it. But GG's. Okay. Now that that's underway, let's see what we got called up for stream next. Good job, Note. We got Nope, or we have Rodney and Tetrium.
Oh, okay.
I got
Here and where's round 2? Everything updated, scores reset. Life is golden.
I've got to see what Rodney is cooking for this game.
Okay, we're in there. Rodney is a sniper man, and honestly,
Oh, we are.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I took it from him watching him play. I'm like, that seems useful.
Hold on. Wait, I think I've got a match too, so guess I'm gone.
Yeah. Masa's in control of hitting the play button for us now. Waiting on Oz to leave.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bye, Ozathan. Okay.
Yeah, that is something I probably should have made more clear. It is the host who has to start the match, even if the host just wants to spectate.
Well, we live, we learn. We're making it through bracket.
I
But
really could just make it so that player 1 is the one who chooses to start it. That might be better.
might be a bit smoother moving forward. But neither here nor there. We're in match. So Rodney, kind of a favorite around our parts. He's been with us for years, and if there's one thing that characterizes Rodney, it's that he's good at many, many, many games. But he's also just a big panel to pawn player in general, so this is like selling blood to a vampire. What can you tell me about Tetrium?
Tetrium? Oh man, shout out to Tetrium. Tetrium was the first Twitch streamer who played my game on stream and really gave it like an honest shot. And he is, where is he? I believe he is 5th on the Gauntlet leaderboards, that's the mode where you play versus against an AI. The player on the left has... Oh, interesting. This is Rodney on the left here?
Yep, he bombed a lot of his resources early on.
Yeah, that's interesting, but I mean, he's clearly able to recover, so we'll let him cook. But Yeah, Tetrium. Oh yes, yeah, Gauntlet mode. You can play versus mode in this game against an AI, which it's like a multi-round thing where it gets harder every round. So yeah, he does have a solid amount of hours in this game. I'm excited to see what he pulls off here.
I mean, he responded to Rodney's damage spike really well, like 3 bombs in rapid succession, but
yeah.
I think the biggest thing keeping him in the game right now is it seems Rodney stalled out really hard after that first aggression boost there.
Yeah, he's keeping his board very clear of blocks.
Until he is not.
Until he is, yeah. I mean, like I said, he's able to recover from it really well, so yeah. He's getting prepared for other people using the sniper loadout against him. Just wants to have the lowest level board possible, maybe. I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me. You can definitely tank and send a hit here. But he is playing much more reckless with resources than I would have guessed, but I will always admit there's probably something Rodney sees in the game that I don't. Still at half meter. We've got Tetrium sitting on full meter. Has he been playing Versus much?
Well, yeah, he was. Gauntlet is versus against the bot, so.
Oh, okay. Because it seems like he's sitting on meter expenditure for everything that isn't like defense.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's kind of my weakness when I play Versus 2. I think I get really caught up on making matches, and I don't use abilities as much as I should. That's something I'll have to personally avoid when I'm playing. But
like you saw on Rodney's end there about 10 seconds ago, he just stopped playing the game and like started waiting for the opportune moment to do full sniper there.
Yeah.
Like, it's something you learn in a lot of games. I think Puyo's one that kind of does it pretty well, but you start getting into a flow. It's like there's just certain checkpoints where you metaphorically stop, look both ways before crossing the street, and you'll realize that sacrificing the sheer APM can sometimes work out because you can just have a clearer picture of what your opponent's doing than your opponent sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, so
Tetrium is really good at knowing when he is in a bind and how to get out, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, we're only in winners round 2, and I think we're in actual real threat of probably getting to a speed 20 match. Okay, sitting on it. It kind of works out for Rodney to wait either way, because he's either waiting to see if Tetrium is going to get into a unfortunate position, or he's just going to get organic garbage and Rodney's going to blow it out of the sky anyway. It feels like, especially in this loadout, if you have full meter... Yeah. If you have full meter, maybe that's just when you stop matching the colors for a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, yes. Sniper is... there's a big focus on, waiting, just watching your opponent and, knowing when the best time to drop that ability is.
Yeah. So Rodney's up in point. They're both ready. Masa hitting play on the next one. And Rodney wasting no time with about a 5-piece draw in here. So, you know, the panel to pawn blood in him is showing.
Yeah, he is going crazy.
The only good board is a full board. But, like, it shows he's already about half meter. Resources are good. He can pull in more stuff and just kind of wait until he gets full power. Yo, we mashing, but we get a ×8 there. Bit of junk transfer, and Rodney's taking it down to bottom again.
Rodney had a chance. Rodney cannot make vertical matches now. Okay. Yeah, he's going to have to be careful about that. Okay, we have some explosive junk on Rodney's board now.
Yeah.
So, there we go. We see that. And that yellow piece, it's hard to see, but that one's also explosive now.
Yeah.
Explosive junk, it's kind of funny. Originally, I added it with the intention of it being like a positive thing that you would want, because it's like, hey, you can clear your board a whole bunch. But the fact that it results in the junk pieces not dropping any blocks actually makes it a pretty big detriment. So it's used as an offensive weapon with the loadout Tetrium's using right now.
I mean, it's keeping Rodney in the doghouse here. He has, what, maybe a quarter board of resources?
Yeah, this might be the best showcase of the Sabotage loadout, because Rodney is playing with a very low board compared to pretty much anyone else I've seen play the game, actually.
He was not doing this on Monday. Okay. Full power sniper. I mean, right timing nearly.
Actually, one thing to note is that if you do use that ability and it causes junk to overlap the next junk, I believe it does actually reset the timer, just so you can't get completely screwed over.
So what's happened with Rodney's board down there at the bottom?
Oh, so those are tiny junk pieces. So those are just like single block sized junk pieces. You since they are junk, you can't move them with the cursor. You have to destroy them. In your game against Chikapu, you were using a loadout which created bomb-proof tiny junk, which is even harder to deal with because then you can't get rid of it with bombs. Yeah, it's good. We're seeing Tetrium go on the offensive with the ability usage more this round.
He's definitely keeping Rodney much more on the back foot. We've started to build up resources, and I don't think Rodney's going to let himself get to as risky a bottom board position a second time now, but... We got a Spire that was a little unfortunate looking, but Tetrium got himself out of jail. Yo, Rodney's drawing. Did Rodney make his tiny junk explosive? That's a sentence.
That would be one of Tetrium's abilities with Sabotage, I believe. I believe it actually has an ability which specifically targets tiny junk and makes it explosive.
Okay.
You know what? I will check the wiki at polymino.net/wiki. Which you yourself can visit right now.
Do you want to throw the link for that in the Twitch chat?
Oh yeah, I believe Masa already did, but I will post it again. I'll link to the loadouts page, which I think Masa actually did as well. But and Masa just ninja'd me, so there we go.
She does this. Also, by the by, tip your waiter and waitress tonight. We got KirkGamer and MasaQueen on TO duty, working out the new interface and trying to make sure that we get the best experience possible. They both seem kind of in trouble at this point, but we're at speed 15. So, the time for belaboring decisions is over. Rodney is kind of in trouble. We're fishing for the reds.
Yeah, lots of the tiny junk in his board now. Tetrium. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay.
Oof.
Oh, no. A very well-timed sniper from
we got Top left. Okay, it's just not spawning there. Sorry, the panel upon anxiety rose up in my blood. It's like, it's hanging there a long time for him not to die.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I guess normally with the whole board
Just anything
raising,
at
that
top
would be
board is
much
like, oh,
bigger.
perish.
Yep.
We're doing a couple of junk transfers. Need to spend bombs pretty liberally at this point.
Hanging on for dear life right now.
Well, the spawn rate is starting to get brutal.
Yeah,
and if you need to, fish for a specific color in this, oh, we're out of bomb resources.
Oh, saves it with lowering the height there. Oh, he needs to do it again. Oh, man.
All right. Well, Rodney taking it 2-0.
Okay.
GG's. Don't you love when, like, round 2 is still already deeply brutal?
I mean, oh, it looks like you and I are about to play Juicy.
I lived a life. We're gonna do this a little impromptu, just because I'm gonna be shilling it a lot. But our match Reno for the gosh dang it, for our mystery bracket at Frosty Fausting has gone live. If you can, we got coupon codes you can claim and direct contributions. Rats and I put in about $50 each to make a $100 prize pool out the gate, but if you can redeem those, give a little bit of spare change, make it worth everyone who's coming out to Chicago to support us, worth their while. Anyway, it's time to do the thing, huh?
Yeah.
Do we have that? Yep, we have that called. Let me get in the Kirk lobby. Few lobbies. Where
Yeah,
are the
we can. Well,
okay.
we would have to know the.
Is it 8? Okay. First 12. Yep. Is Oz still a match, Kirk?
I have another match actually.
Can you put that on hold just for a second?
Okay.
Sorry to override, but we have a more limited pool of commentary this night.
All right, so I'm joining you guys.
Yes, please. Should be the 12th lobby.
Cool.
There you are. And you good to go, Welsh?
Just about, yeah, just looking through the loadout I'm going to use here. Mm.
Q of petrification.
Yeah, okay. We'll try petrification. I am ready.
All right. Kirk, if you can give us the go-ahead.
Oh, okay. I am now the host.
Okay. Goodbye, Kirk.
Goodbye, Kirk. Thank you.
All right, so
Any last words, Juicy?
Nope. I'm editing the scoreboard again.
Oh, wait, what? Okay, we're in the game, by the way.
I know.
multi-
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to...
No, murder me.
Not as fun if you're not, like, trying to not be murdered, though. That's the problem.
So,
What if?
Just a question. How do you use your supers?
Oh, you hold the bomb button.
Okay.
Looks like the Twinkle Star Sprite charge shot.
You know what? Actually, yeah. The person who suggested it working that way actually mentioned Twinkle Star Express when suggesting that. So
Sounds about right.
shout out to Rockin in the Polymino Discord server if he's watching. He's suggested a lot of the a lot of feedback for versus mode and also a lot of the loadouts we're using right now and abilities. Also, Henry, who's participating tonight, he's also suggested a lot of ideas such as loadouts and abilities. Ooh, that's not good. Oh no. Oh.
Okay, these guys. I've seen these guys. I guess you have to clear them regularly, right?
Yeah, the tiny junk pieces. So yeah, the one that Juicey's, the ones that Juicey sent to me are bomb proof. So but the ones I've sent to him are not bomb proof. So, if you wanted to just bomb them, you can do that.
Okay. And how do you clear the ones Juicy sent you? Just the regular clear?
Yeah, just hit them with projectiles or transfer them if your loadout can do that. Oh yeah, so my loadout's junk transfer is more focused on large junk pieces, so I don't think it's going to prioritize the tiny ones at all.
Hmm.
Okay, this is a little obnoxious to work around.
Oh.
I greeted too hard to try and get full meter on getting rid of that. It's on me.
Juicy, were you player 2?
Yes.
Okay. Mix you guys up first. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, adding persistent names on screen is definitely on the to-do list. Let's see. All right, ready?
Yep.
Oh. Is there a way to just immediately
Yep.
bring the garbage down?
Yeah, there's a quick drop button.
Okay, that's useful.
Yeah, and it does give you some ability meter as compensation for, theoretically making the game harder for yourself.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was almost sniped you.
Okay. I'm actively trying to get the highest combo I can right now.
Oh, we're doing a little chain gaming.
Yeah, which is risky if your board fills up.
Definitely.
I also find that sometimes it's hard for me to There we go. Sometimes it's I find it difficult to cut my losses and just let a combo go when I really should. I see the bomb-proof chunk I sent to Juicy there is gone immediately, so that's good.
Okay, so those big garbage can't be cleared at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or wait, yeah, yes. Yeah, I'm getting it backwards. Yeah, so it is the bomb drainer or bomb-proof loadout I'm using right now. The idea is you make junk in your own board bomb-proof, but then you use your junk transfer to send it over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a, you know. I try to do that with the loadouts as much as I can, kind of have the different abilities sort of synergize with each other.
Not too many greens on Juicy's field, although you can clear this. We're just sending Legos like everywhere.
Just, yeah. Trying to fill his board with as much junk as I can here.
It's actually kind of a diabolical skill, because if you're screen watching and you notice, oh, they don't have a lot of greens there, and I have a green junk coming up. You can just send it right on over.
Good idea. I'm gonna I'll see if I can do that.
Oops, accidental.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. We're garbage transferring.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's garbage Oh, okay. Well, that's backfired on me a bit, I suppose.
I am not God's strongest panel player.
I'm about to lose. Oh, you almost had me there. I almost just lost.
Yeah, I was about to
You know what? I'll take that as my metric for success on this one. GG's.
There we go. GG.
Garbage transfer with like no bombs to save your ass, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of a risky strat.
Yep.
All right, what are we looking at?
Okay.
Okay. Should be getting our next wave of match balls in here soon. We still have 43 remaining codes for the matcherino, so if you can, chip in a little bit. Just takes a moment. Be a good old time. Shadowfire, hey there, what kind of game is this? Is it more paneled upon than Tetris? I would suppose so, yes. We're playing Polymino tonight. We got Welsh and Rodney on stream.
What's up? Oh,
so that's going to be...
Speaking of which, that's the next... Okay, yeah, that's me.
Yep. That's going to be for we're already in winter semis. Sounds good. Let me get in there.
This is where I probably lose. We'll see.
What can I say? Rodney's kind of got the sauce. Said in 15 or 14. That is not as easy to eyeball. Reminds me of videos about the aesthetic and gameplay. I kind of agree. There's some energy there. I'm gonna guess 14. Yep, 14 looks to be it. There's Rodney. There's Welsh. There's me. Good to go when you guys are.
I'm gonna, yeah, all right.
Rodney sticking tried and true with sniper here, but it kind of does damage in the way of columns, which is just one of his games of choice. So he's probably pretty fine with playing panel with columns damage. He's not drawing in as many resources this time, and I don't know if the match against Tetrium put the fear of God into him at all or not. Meter builds around the same. No one's pulling the crazy stuff out yet. There's almost a desire to see who's going to make the first real move. Little bit of junk transfer.
Oh, well, there it is. There's the... That was... Yeah.
He's allowing himself to be a dangerous bottom board again, but I don't know if your groove of choice punishes him for that or not.
Well, I mean, I did go with sniper this time, so if anything, that's...
Oh, we're in mirrors.
Yeah, I was tempted. We were thinking that maybe Bomb Drainer might be a sniper counter pick, but I don't know. It'd be a bit bad manners of me to go right to that immediately.
Do it. Rodney would.
I'll do it next match. But I'm not gonna do that immediately. That
Okay.
would not be very, very nice of me.
Look, I can hear his voice and be like, wow, that's so cool. Why didn't you do that game one? We're vying for resource. Rodney's kind of going to do junk transfers until he feels like Welsh is in a bad enough position to be one shot with a full meter sniper.
Yeah,
and he's maintaining meter pretty well.
We appear to be having a bit of a standoff right now.
Look, there's intrigue. I'm about it. I'm here for it. Meter maintainer, nee, you're right.
Uh-oh.
It's looking kind of brutal. Unfortunately, Rodney just doesn't have the meter to actually snipe you there. But we're back in range.
Yeah.
Spending a little bit to burst the garbage out. Trying to keep things kind of low board to potentially tank a sniper hit.
He's back and forth at each other right now.
That feels kind of like how this matchup is just supposed to be played.
I mean, yeah, with the mirror match, yeah.
You're just trying to force someone to be in kill position. And I do like how that kind of embodies the fuzzy risk-reward advantage-disadvantage state that how full your board ends up being. Your health is all over the place, technically. Okay, hidden speed 13. Might see a little bit of both players sweating here. No one's really getting garbage out of the way.
Just sending it right back at me.
God bless him. He's nothing if not funny.
See if he does it again. No.
That wouldn't put it past him.
Yep. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, I should probably stop doing that now because I'm just actively depriving myself of meter.
I mean, you're both pretty low right now.
Okay.
This could be, I think Rodney's fishing for... Nope, never mind. He's still just throwing over petty garbage at this point. Possibly because, you know, Welsh did have the meter to get out of even a good snipe at that point. But...
Yeah, that's did. Keyword did. Whoops.
Rodney has a meter advantage at this point. We're almost there. Charging up for the snipe. It was not enough. Yanni still does not have the meter to really do another hit here, but honestly, we just need one more good poke. Even a good junk transfer could kind of ruin Welsh's day.
Mm-hmm.
That, speed 17. I think Rodney's going for a longer form move? Question mark? No, he's not. Rodney's almost dead. Rodney is dead!
Oh.
He just got a little too sidetracked to deal with the garbage that he actually had on board. Okay. Well, taking that point.
Note describes that match as garbage tennis, and yeah, I agree. I'm gonna.
It isn't.
Okay,
Question: It's not 1-1, is it? That was the first game, right?
Yeah.
Because I see a 1-1 in the actual
Oh man.
score. Whatever. We'll figure it out later.
Unless this is like the same lobby that we were using before. I'm
Not sure. These things happen.
Okay. I'm trying Bomb Drainer this time, but to be honest, after that last match, I'm not even convinced it's a counter pick anymore, so we'll just see how it goes. Don't know if I should say much more than that, because if Rodney's listening,
He'll figure things out.
I cannot afford to give him any advantages here.
So what did you counterpick to here?
So I did Bomb Drainer. Yeah, I'll just say it. I'll just say it's fine. So the reason why I think this is a counter pick is because the third ability is called a transfer bomb. And it's like a bomb, except any junk that gets caught in the radius gets transferred instead of destroyed. And also with Bomb Drainer's ability, it applies the bomb only effect to it, so you have to destroy the junk with bombs. And as a sort of added bonus that we discovered the other day, the way junk transfers work is, because normally when you spawn junk rows, like with Sniper, they show up at the bottom of the board, but when you transfer junk rows, it works like any other junk piece, so they show up at the top. So it's pretty much the one time you see junk rows showing up at the top of the board, and you know, they can really sort of block everything else from falling down.
And Rodney's waiting for something. We're not calling in more garbage yet.
He's going for it.
Okay, there's the snipe. I mean, I can't blame him on it. He's going to transfer it all back, and it's that's non-bombable.
Okay.
Yes.
That is bomb only junk, and you know
Ah.
what? I'm mistaken. So the transfer bomb in this loadout actually transfer them to the same spot on his board as they were on mine.
Mhm.
But it's my other junk transfer that I can use. Okay, so he's just So that's what normally happens. Now I have a row just in the middle of my board that I'm gonna have to bomb.
So he is scrapping for actual resources at this point.
Yeah.
That seems like a brutal answer to how he's playing this game.
He seems to be banking those junk rows I gave him to use them against me. Okay. Oh no.
You're sitting on full meter. What's the play here?
This.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh. Bad play, apparently.
You know, it forces him to not be able to snipe, so anything to keep him meter restricted.
Yeah, that is true.
Because I see that as like a hard counterplay just because he's not going to be able to do an unmetered clear on any of that then. Which kneecaps... He would have to hold on to that garbage and keep that risk for a long while before he could actually snipe you. And would it be worth it at that point? We do the snipe, and again, I'm going to question how worth it is to him right now, but he could make this work. We've got 2 potential choke points for Welsh right here. Manages to accept the garbage. Couple of junk transfers. Things seem a little dicey, but we're working our way down.
Oh no. I didn't even see that row up there.
Rodney's board effectively split in half here by a single row's worth. It's reopened. We're at speed 15. We're going to have to make sure Rodney does not get lost in the sauce with damage speed at this point, because that's what took him out last set. Couple layers of junk transfer there. Pretty low meter on Rodney's end. We're still not getting any particularly colored garbage incoming from his tax, so orange, red, red is not a terrible sequence to have to deal with. It does not seem like Rodney's been doing too great at like late game meter build though, so I don't know if he's going to get the late game snipe that he's hoping for. Oh, well. You didn't decide to build a meter, just deal with the hit. Okay. He didn't take that big of a hit, though. Ready then. Jeez, the fact that you managed to pull out of that was crazy.
Oh no! Oh god, okay. So we are on speed 19 out of 20 at the moment. Oh god. Oh.
Jeez. I'm about ready to call it every time you still manage to just kind of maneuver your way outside the lion's mouth here.
I'm clinging on for dear life at the moment.
Some good old panel the pond tearing down the left wall.
Yep.
I think we can confidently say we're not expanding the round count for any of the finals here.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, well done.
All right. Me putting us at a 1-1 situation, actually.
I think I've got the flow of this game.
Yeah?
Yeah, eventually it comes down to like you're playing on the bomb back foot.
That's how that match went for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially, yeah, I think that is usually how it goes at higher speeds for sure, because...
Oh, I need to get out of here.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay, I don't know what happened there.
I matched.
I don't even know what to do. You know, let's do another mirror match.
What is the main thing with loadouts? You'll notice you have a meter at your edge of the board there. More clears and garbage clears you make, the more meter you build. Baseline, you get a bomb that will delete some garbage, but you'll notice how meters are segmented differently. You get level 2 and 3 supers, but it requires you to potentially kind of take your hand off of playing the game to charge them. Sorry for the questions? No, that's absolutely fair. This is our first time running this.
And that is actually a good point about the time it takes to use the abilities, because that is another reason why I was starting to think Bomb Drainer wasn't a good counter pick, because if you use Sniper well and you snipe somebody right when they're like about to lose, then they don't really have time to charge up the last ability to transfer that dunk back.
I mean, that happened to me, so I get it. He definitely gets into a very early game flow, kind of just building through as much damage as possible, but he doesn't call a lot, even around like level 10. I'm a bit surprised. Because it feels like he's playing at the pace where he could, like, kind of keep doing that and snowball the meter gain and stretch the match where it's harder to do so.
Oh, he's already sniping me here.
That's our boy.
How do you like that?
Oh,
Huh?
okay. That's funny. I like this.
That is pretty funny. Yo, garbage transfer is kind of...
Yeah, I can see you getting really creative with that.
Oh, you know what? There is kind of a super like that in Puyo box, kind of.
And speaking of being creative, now is a good time to mention I am always welcome to suggestions for new loadouts and abilities. And if you really want to go the extra mile, you can actually mod your own loadouts into the game. And there's a guide on the wiki TM. So yeah, but any feedback anyone has at all is greatly appreciated because the game is still in development. So I'm always looking to hear what players think.
Hey, did we not just talk about sneezing?
Gesundheit.
It's harder for me. I don't know what you want. Even if I hit mute on Discord, that's not mute on OBS.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
And this is how, oops, everyone learns Juicey is a little under the weather today.
We love you, Juicy.
Oh, thank you. Alright. Getting some interesting situations here. The red into material into other red overhang. It's a little bit brutal for Rodney to have to keep being so color dependent. I'll ask this of you when you're not in match, but I am curious how the game decides where to spawn garbage.
Randomly.
Just pure random? No biases?
Pure random.
Alright.
No.
Also, yeah, thank you Tuesday Night Mystery. Please hit the Matcherino codes while we have those in the chat. It is free money. There's around 40 codes left. So, 25 cents a piece reminds me that I'm not great at math. But it's more dollars and cents in there than right now. Also, thank you, Chris, for another $50 direct contribution. We're at $152.25 in total prize pool. It's $10. You can trust me, I'm a math teacher. That sounds right. I have to do math in my daily work, but somehow I've become more attuned to that than basic addition. This game is stressful. I can feel that sometimes. I'm not very good at make actions as fast as possible games. But I do think there's some more base approachability than some other panel style games out there.
Yeah, it feels like this game is more focused on resource management rather than APM.
I do really like that, yes. But it takes a lot of processing to have an interaction happen, and then you have to completely rejudge your entire board and what you do and don't have. There is so much real estate. This is one of the biggest boards I've seen in a puzzle game. It's what?
What is this?
It's 10 by 24.
Okay. 10 by 24, that's bigger than Tetris, which is like 10 by 20.
Oh, no hey, fun fact, I don't want to sound like a broken record because I do mention this a lot when I talk about Polymino, but I originally created it as a homebrew Sega Genesis game.
Interesting.
And now I'm really going to sound like a broken record because now I'm going to mention the website again because you can download the Genesis ROM on the website.
That's hilarious. We could actually get that running through Fightcade, probably.
I would not recommend it. There's no versus mode, okay?
Oh, yeah. Just the sheer novelty of it, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, yeah.
But not having a versus would kneecap what we can do with that heavily. Plus, this is just a nice. But I do see old game we can run on an emulator. Can we get lobby of that?
Okay, we're on back foot.
Yup.
Wounded Animal Gaming.
We sure. I'm sorry. What did you call it?
Wounded Animal Gaming. Whoa, how did you find my Let's Play channel, dude?
Oh, okay.
The reason I mentioned the Genesis version in the first place, though, is because I chose the 10x24 board mostly because that's kind of the biggest one that would fit on a Genesis screen.
Makes sense.
The screen is like 28 tiles high, 40 tiles wide. So yeah. And oh no, yep.
Ooh.
All right, Rodney, moving on.
Knowing Rodney, I know exactly how he would have preferred to finish it. Because he was steadily building meter.
Like I didn't get to do the big move.
Yeah, and that exact cadence too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've hung out with him enough. I know how he sounds. All right. Going right to it. We got Note and Puzz Seeker Prayer up next. Let me. Boom. Gonna guess that they're 17? Question mark. That's Masa. But Masa didn't make that call, so I'm getting out of here. Sorry, wrong. Means 18. All right. Even your odds? There we go.
Oh, it's a note.
Ready whenever you guys are. So Henry is, well, good at this game. I'm sure you have much more to say than I do. He's recently started joining some Puzzle Wednesday stuff, but I don't really have a beat on how strong an all-around player he is yet.
Well, I suppose we'll see just exactly. Well, this is home field.
Yeah. Note, you can go ahead and, world record holder in Classic and former world record in Gauntlet.
Oh.
Love to have a resume.
Oh yeah, I did snipe that world record like an hour ago or a couple hours ago.
Yo, get summoning salts on this.
Okay. So we've already got full meter gain here. Note getting some unfortunate garbage. We've got a bunch of tiny junk in the next queue, and
Left side. Okay, there's
look, they look harmless. That shit's annoying. I'm not a fan. And it's good.
No.
Games need stuff like that, but Lord, the fact that you cannot move them at all, I'm like, I know there's counterplay around it.
And you're so used to like the game flow of, oh, I'm just gonna aim at this big mass, but no, you actually have to aim against these colors.
It reminds me of, like the locks in Cross Sneak Plus. It's like,
oh yeah, hate
I
them.
get it. I get it. They're designed to be played around. I get it.
I hate the.
But also, I'm stubborn and I'm not that great at the game. So they noob trap me every time.
The X's, I think, are worse.
Like, Note had to reshuffle the purple's entire higher
Yeah, I
row
watched
there.
that.
Okay. We're starting to send some of it back, but Henry's able to just kind of no-sell most of it. We got only 4 or 5 of them left on the board at this point. Note just seems a little bit more in the weeds at any given moment. Not that he can't mount a good offensive, but the amount of time it takes for Henry to negate it is negligible compared to how much Note just kind of has to sit with what's happening. Okay, we got a bunch of non-bar or bombable coming up, and Note's just dying. Oh, lucky enough to get away with all of it there in the 11th hour, but that was terrifying.
I think maybe it was planned. I think Note was timing it.
Yes,
Yeah, they probably.
but also, do you want to fly
was-
that close to the sun? I don't.
Sometimes. Okay, look. Sometimes you do that. It's not like you know greed too.
Oz, I did that in this game and I died for it.
Fair.
This is me speaking from experience.
Well,
I sometimes see that like Note is just winding up for a longer move, but it really feels like there's just bigger gaps of inaction going on with him. No one's got particular kill amount meter yet. We've got at least enough for a level 2 on Henry's side, but we're still meter building. Gonna gain to about 3 here soon. Recharging? Still building more meter? What's going on here? Note could just very well lose as is. Does full meter, so that's another handful of turns introducing tiny junk into the queue.
oh, scary garbage.
That's a little, yeah, okay. Henry had to pivot to deal with that. We're trading the tiny junk across boards multiple times over.
Okay, yeah, you can't move it. Oof.
Yeah, no, they're just anchor points, and like, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah, can't move them, can't bomb them.
I think the one takeaway, even... It's hard to kind of handicap route an entire open bracket. But it feels like even as soon as winner's quarters, a lot of the game does not start until, like, level 13. That's when the pressure feels felt for a lot of the current skill pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just a consequence of having to navigate a handicap system. We'll find what works. But I think a lot of the people still in bracket can definitely benefit from a bit more of an amped up start.
It is possible as well to change how fast the difficulty increases. So maybe for lower brackets, maybe not increasing the starting difficulty, but maybe making it go up faster might.
That might be a play. There's a lot of ways to view this. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if Note is trying to go for longer form things, or he's just having to take more time to size up his board, but the pauses seem a little bit more notable on his end.
Notable, huh?
Oh, God. Juicy just not even acknowledging the pun there.
Yeah, Juicy.
I'm not a pun guy. Half the time I don't even notice them, and then the other times I'm like, wow, that was a really tortured pun.
Wow, that was really funny, man. Come up with that.
Oh my
Whoa! That was crazy!
Oh, get rid of it. It's like
Just
we're taking the
takes-
raid and spraying it like, oh, be gone.
Mods, can someone ban Rodney?
Oh no, Rodney, what did you say?
Don't ban Rodney, but he's on thin ice.
But ban Raj.
Yeah, but ban Rodrick.
Yeah.
MasaQueen timed out Rodrick me for 96 seconds.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
no
hate to
margin,
see it.
man.
I'm sorry, Rodney. I love you.
What was he dissing your lack of appreciation for puns? Or?
No, he just made another pun. Unforgivable crime.
Okay.
Gesture jail. Okay. Anyway, back in the actual match, we're starting to see at least a little bit more choke points building up on Note's side with tiny junk and the columns, basically. It's elevating a lot of garbage up on the left side. Seems like it's going to be shifting to the right side.
I just noticed, like, I think Henry's got like double the score here.
Well, you know, as a world record holder, that's not terribly surprising. Masa, do you like puns? Okay. We spent full meter, so that means, again, another few waves of Note getting less and less movement options. And they're starting to get in some really unfortunate places. It reminds me, I was actually in Tuesday Night Mystery last night, which is Chris's mystery fight kid bracket. We played the NES Rampart. It's kind of... oh my god! It is kind of a strategy game, but there is fortress building with Tetris pieces, essentially. And you need to create a closed system before the next wave of attacks. And Note kind of discovered, because I didn't, I was stupid, that you get more mileage out of creating pinholes and forcing hard fixes and limited movement
Oh man, no.
to actually survive. And Lord, that feels what's happening to Note in a big way right now. We have
No,
4 anti-bomb garbage, and Henry's gonna move on. But yeah, like it's brutal. There's so many choke points that Note had to deal with, and that was gonna slow him down so much. Is it 0-1? That can't be right. That was 2 games, right?
Definitely.
I've
No,
noticed it.
that was 2-0. There's some
I've
weird
noticed
stuff.
Yeah, I thought I fixed that, but it continues to be weird, which that's not great. I really
Okay.
don't understand why it's not tracking that properly.
Well, I'll send you what info we got from tonight. So that was a 2-0. Let's see what's being asked of us on stream here next. We got a couple pings. Hopefully. Oh, nope, that's a completely different conversation. We're going to commercial break. So, hello friends. How are we doing tonight? Let's talk. In no particular order. Hey, we've already been kind of talking about it a lot tonight because we've been fundraising, but we're going to be at Frosty Fausting's 17 in Chicago. We're in the Vortex Gallery lineup. Sunday at noon is Puzzle Wednesdays, PSX Puzzle Panic. A mystery bracket, all puzzles, all PS1 library. Every game is a different round. It is going to be a time, I promise you. And we have a couple things layered up. 4 p.m. that day, we'll be on the Vortex Gallery stream doing a top 4 bit. Got a couple people lined up for comms. Got a good lineup to show you, so gonna give you the best show that we can, but in person this time. And we also have a way to capture at least one set worth of pools, so we will be restreaming some of that a little bit afterwards with commentary to try and give you a look into the fuller picture of what we curated for that event. So check that out. Love to see you in person. Love to see you and other familiar faces in chat in the big tournament stream, if that's possible. So, speaking of which, we got a Matcherino that went live, I believe, in the last 24 hours for us or so. We got about 40 coupon codes to still redeem. They are quite literally free money on the table. It's 25 cents a pop, but that adds up. And if you throw a direct donation in there as well, I will love you forever. I promise. But check that out. And as for what we're doing in the meantime, I'm sure there's a fuller slide that I forgot about. So next week is going to be our week off as we prepare for Vortex Gallery. January 15th, currently, we're at Polymino. Wave, hello, you're on the screen. Look, Gary, it's me. And the 28th, we've got Oh My God, which is a sort of take on columns you can mesh vertically, horizontally, diagonally, but the wrinkle is more about the piece movement. Your piece comes out as a snake, a la Snake. So you can move your piece fully and freely around the entire playboard grid, but you have to kind of navigate the snake in the right fashion to get the piece orientation you want. It's deeply complicated. It's a pretty funny game, and Atlas published it, so, you know, if you ever see it in the year of our Lord 2025, it's probably going to be strapped on to some Persona tie-in. You understand the deal. And for what we don't have tied onto the graphic here, we have a couple of favorites for the February lineup. We'll be back with, in no particular order, February 5th is going to be the return of Sega Tetris for the Naomi and Dreamcast. This is one of those ones that it was foundational to Puzzle Wednesday, both offline and online. Back in 2019, I managed to convince fighting game locals to be like, yeah, this is the version that we play, and it was golden. But it is a game where your different line clears end up acting more as a kit. A Tetris is still just push damage, a lot of other versions, but you get different effects for different clears. Doubles is joint pieces, which forces the two next in your queue to be fused together and played as one. There's missiles, there's overheads, there's a lot of things. It's a fighting game. It's a good time. February 12th, we're back with Pequeña Excellent, which is the PlayStation port of Pequeña for the Super Famicom. It is a weird game full of multiple different clear conditions, wild chain theory, and it always devolves into gambling at the end. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. Great time. We will be hosting the first of our qualifiers for Magidoro Masters 4 on February 19th. If you're unaware of Magidoro Masters, we are in year 4 of the annual Magical Drop 3 League. And per usual, competition is steep, but get in early, rack up those points, and try and make your way into the top 8 invitational. Because I don't think we've had the same results between years, so you could always very well make that upset. Go check that out. And, Lord, we're ending February with Weltris. God bless. Weltris is a what if Tetris was a 3D game, except you're not really playing Tetris. You're playing kind of a fighting game neutral, rather. If you stack anything not in the center of the well and it bleeds over into the walls, that is damage. You get less play space. So instead of building and making smart Tetris decisions, you are trying to block your opponent off and force them to make mistakes instead, which is probably not what Alexei Pajitnov intended. But also, fuck it. The game's better for being silly like that. Anyway, that's our commercial break for right now. We're going to go ahead and get into I Got a Ping. So it probably means we're doing Juicy Losers. Okay. Let me get in there. I'm playing against Tetrium, I believe. Going to lobby 19.
There you are.
It's that time. Everyone's favorite, Juicy Losers. Let's update scoreboard. Set score, and let's go. You ready, Ozathan?
I am ready.
Well, it looks like you're not in control of starting the match, so...
Nope, not me.
Okay.
Alright, we're just immediately dropping our pieces.
I want meter.
Fair. Totally fair.
You want some of that multiplicative juice.
You understand. You're behind on the bits, Oz. It's okay.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, that is another mechanic I don't know if we've mentioned yet, but when you earn meter from making matches, it is multiplied by your combo. Which is where the multiplicative juice comes from. I almost just lost talking about that, by the way.
Thank you for commentating on matches you're not even in.
I'm doing my part. Doing my best. I'm gonna have to watch that match with note, because that sounded really interesting.
Oh wow. Big chain from Juicey.
Oh, I don't have pinks. That's tragic.
Here's one.
Yeah, one.
All the way down. Oh,
Oh, we're
descending.
doing sniper mirrors.
And no pinks in sight. Well, no, there are 3 pinks. We just need to get them all there. But Juicey's board, very scary position. Alright. Tetrium with pinks to spare though, so immediately clears out the row garbage. Whoa. You know, it doesn't matter what skill level you are, just seeing your board explode like that is why we play Polymino.
There is some satisfaction there, yes. Oh, okay. Looks like I've got a snipe incoming. That's fine.
Blow it up. Oh wow. Able
Okay.
to take it. Didn't even have to hit level.
So he's going bomb drainer. Which, if he knows, we kind of deduce might be a solid counter pick here.
It is pretty annoying. That light blue, they're putting in a lot of work there. Okay, I see what you're doing. That was pretty cool.
I am doing a couple like longer form chain ideas to make up for my lack of raw speed. They're just a power chain hat trick here and there.
Okay, we're going for it again.
Well, I could have spent my blues better there, but whatever. Wait, oh shit. Nah.
Oh, we just.
I greeted. I greeted. I did what you said. Like she's got greed. It's gonna go. No.
Okay, fine. Play safe.
All right.
So both pretty even in meter. Juicey slightly ahead in score though.
Okay. A little spooky, but whatever.
A nice multicolored row garbage there. Imagine that's like the best possible outcome. I'm gonna two-chain with the yellow and greens. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure, I think Tetrium's kind of chilling. Got plenty of resources to deal with whatever garbage comes their way. And just like that, like shooting it out of the air too. Not even letting it land. Okay, so Tetrium forcing Juicey to play a little defensive with the bomb, preventing the snipe. Both players pretty low on meter right now. That's 4 grays right there. Gets 3 of them. Okay, both players still kind of chilling though. Tetrium's got full meter. Possibly forcing Juicey to spend the meter. Oh, no, Juicey's gonna play around with these solid blocks for a bit. Probably a good choice actually. Juicey saving the meter. Here it comes. Oh. Juicey doesn't go for the road garbage. Instead, opts for the garbage transfer. Uh-oh. We're playing a risky business here. Barely any meter to combat these falling garbage. And now we're playing a bomb backfoot here. No meter, okay. Good play, good play.
GG's. Alrighty. See what's next. I might still be on the gauntlet for a bit. Welsh advancing on as well.
Oh, let's see what's popping.
I'm joining the lobby 20, which means we're still in the Juicy losers dimension. I'm playing against Note. Okay. He's gonna be like, wow, you can't jump kick in this game. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's like, I don't need to anti-air you today. Alright, ready whenever you are.
Alright, I didn't catch the loadouts.
I am sticking on sniper. That is just my jam today.
Yeah, I was gonna look at the meter shapes and I immediately recognized the sniper.
Me copying Rodney's homework? Never.
But this one with the small second section, I don't know if I've seen this. Oh wait, I have. This is bomb drain or bomb proof?
Oh, I think this is petrification.
Oh.
Yeah, so this one has a lot of tiny junk. Yeah, so that second, I'm glad Milk got to demonstrate the second ability there. I was using petrification in my last match, and I don't think I got to use it. Basically, it just applies the bomb-proof effect to all the tiny junk in your opponent's board.
Yeah,
So
okay.
if your opponent's able to bomb them all quick enough, then, you know, it's hard to use it sometimes.
Okay.
But of course, then you can potentially force them to spend a bunch of meters, so...
Okay, so you really got a meter build if you want to use this one efficiently. And it looks like that's what Note's doing here. Hard dropping the junk and getting that free meter. We're full now. Oh, we're spending it all. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Dealing with this.
Well, yeah.
Playing a very preventative game. We don't want all those things to turn into solid. Maybe the way to play is to really do needle damage here, where you just send bit by bit so that you preserve meter and still have enough to solidify them. But yeah, as it seems right now, does not work against a preventative player. You have to be just much faster than them for this to be effective, it seems. However, it is stopping Juicey from really building that smite meter.
Yeah, he has had to spend quite a bit of juice, multiplicative juice, on the getting rid of that tiny junk. So we'll see. I think a well executed transfer spree at the higher speeds could be pretty devastating.
Oh, there's nothing to petrify. Okay, there's the first. Oh, we're just gonna keep sending them. Oh, keep filling up level 1. Eventually, you'll drain your opponent's bomb. And when that happens, yep, here it comes.
Yeah,
There
pretty.
they are.
Oh, and then gets off the bomb proof there.
Yeah, okay, so that's the strategy.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh, okay. Juicey's doing a pretty solid job clearing it here.
Now, these blocks aren't, like, invincible, so they're not the end of the world, but they are very annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
Juicey's got, like, no meter.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if Note puts the pressure on him here with some more tiny junk.
It looks like that's the plan. We're just building that level 3 just to use our level 1.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's already charging it. Q assault.
Okay, Q assault. Should be interesting. So yeah, Q assault has abilities which modify the junk in your opponent's Q as opposed to on the board. Oh my goodness, Note immediately putting Juicey in a... There we go. Yeah, pretty tight spot there.
Juicey is gonna borrow that strategy he used against Tetrium, which is to pick his battles. Juicey not spending bombs is nearly as much as I can. Alright, full meter. What are we gonna do with that? Alright.
Okay, so yeah, Juicey used the second second level there, so... Oh! That was pretty close for Note. Yeah, so the second level of Q Assault there changes the color of every junk piece in your opponent's Q to one color, and also applies bomb proof to them. So if you're running low on a particular color of blocks and you happen to end up with your Q full that color, it can be very devastating.
To deal with some of these bomb proofs here.
Oh, going for the rare horizontal match there.
Now, a lot of these are gray, but it's still rough to deal with them. Uh-oh. Yeah. I would do that too.
Yep. I didn't want to say anything, but yep, there we go. He's bombed it all before they could become bomb proof.
So it is a bit of a tight spot. We gotta cluster of non-bombables in the middle here. That horizontal match might do something. The purpose. Right. Sending bomb proofs over.
Juicey has
Ooh, this
eliminated a lot of blocks from his board there. That's risky stuff.
I just died.
Yeah, I don't know. This rough spot.
Yeah, I think if Note can get off another one of those, like the 1-2, you know, give him the old 1-2 and make all that tiny junk bomb proof, that would be pretty. Might be the nail in the coffin at this point.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, get these out of here. Oh, they just keep coming.
It's not stopping.
Juicey's sick of it.
Oh, Juicey's gonna get some revenge and fill Note's queue with tiny bomb-proof junk. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. GG's. I did way better than I thought I was going to in this bracket, so
Right on.
I'll take the victory, personally.
The Dulcima.
Anyway, Notes out of tournament. GG.
Anyway,
Okay.
Note's banned.
We found the Dulcima.
Oh, alright. We are upping speed difficulty to 10 from the rest of bracket here. And we got Rodrick and Henry in match next.
That will be very interesting.
Do we got a lobby number, or is this just linear and my brain is slow?
24.
24. All right. And in challenge, that puts us at... Oh, we're already at losers. Wait. This... Which match is this?
This is... Oh, is this the finals, or is this the...
Did you play Note already?
Not yet.
Okay, no, then this is Note Welsh, and this is loser semis. Okay. Winners. Oh, we're going to winners finals. Yeah. Might be. All right, let's do the thing. So, we are ramping up the difficulty just a hair because of historically how brutally long panel-like games can take when both players have an idea of what they're doing. And I deign to say both these people have some idea what they're doing.
Yeah, I think we've definitely seen that. I'm really impressed with how good Rodrick's gotten after, I don't even know, a few days of playing.
He does this.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Okay, so Henry has also gone with Q Assault here.
So I picked Q Assault on a whim. What exactly are we aiming to do with this loadout?
So the second ability fills your opponent's cube with junk. Well, it changes the color of your opponent's cube to all one color and makes it bomb-proof. So if they don't have a lot of blocks on their board and you happen to give them a color which, they can't really deal with, that can be pretty devastating. Luckily, Rodrick's able to destroy all 4 with 1 hit there.
But if you can, you rubber band it back pretty easily.
Yeah, yes, you definitely do. And then the third ability in Q Assault fills your opponent's Q with clusters of 4 tiny bomb-proof junk pieces.
Okay.
So, yeah, which is always hard to deal with. So
yes, I've learned. With brutality. Crazy. Also gonna make a call per usual. I say per usual like we've been doing it before the stream, but match Reno, baby.
Polymino bracket.
We are currently at $200. Thank you, Masa, for another $50 donation. We're at $202.25. I don't know if anyone was expecting this for mystery bracket here, but y'all are great, honestly. But you don't have to do that. We still have 41 codes to be claimed, so just look at the link. Press the button, claim a code. That's 25 cents to the prize pool. I promise you, it's awesome. Moss hitting Juicey with the prove it. That's my job. Thank you, Kaya, for the coupon. I see you. Anyway, back to game. We're spending full meter here. And that's what does the waves of time. Okay. There's something to be said about all this. Okay. Being able to choke out your opponent over the course of a match. But I do like when the neurons activate and you do 4 lines of garbage with sniper.
Yeah. Also, I want to say Rodney, for a minute I thought he missed the sniper thing, but he might have done that on purpose, because the third ability, which you generally don't want to use with sniper, turns all of the junk on your board in Q gray. And if you have a whole bunch of tiny junk, or just a whole bunch of bomb-proof junk on your board in general, that can be really powerful. And looks like Rodrick takes the first round here.
Yeah, 420. Almost at 69. That's crazy.
Oh.
I don't know how your game counts centiseconds, but...
Well, I'm gonna have to go into the code base.
God bless.
Changes for the next update.
Look, you want it to happen organically, I get it. Anyway, Rodney, speaking of neuron activation, yep, he got a really good snipe there, and we're already up a point. Also, is gray garbage that can get clear by any color. Gray is just neutral, right?
Yes, yep.
I think the point is you're saving yourself from easy counter if you don't mistime sniper, right?
Well, I guess the main reason you wouldn't want to mistime sniper is just because the third ability is worse, and yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
If you use the second ability, you're going to have almost no meter. If you use the third ability, you'll have literally no meter. So there's not much of a difference there.
I find it interesting that Rodney is willing to do transfer on just random parts of his board instead of specifically the junk pieces. I'm gonna need to spend those purples very sparingly. He has just enough for like another vertical shot, and then nothing left to. Oh, that's. I might have to take this horizontal. Rodney's tempo in this is really good. Like, it really feels like he's one of the players in bracket that's just not really pressed for considering his move for too long. The time that it takes for him to pivot to what he needs to do is minimal.
Yeah, and it was cool to see him systematically transfer all of those queued pieces back there. I was going to say Henry did a pretty good job there of doing like 3 full queues in a row of the bomb-proof junk. But now Rodney is kind of back to square one here. He's doing a good job keeping his board tidy.
I mean, maybe it's just because he was already accustomed to playing pretty low board, but like Rodney just does not seem to be all that pressured lately.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And we're gonna do a snipe.
Oh, that was so close. Holy.
We're spending a lot of meter just to get out of that. It's a shame Rodney's not seemed to land the actual one-hit kill off of a good snipe, but that would also kind of ask that you take into account your opponent's damage timer on top of that. That's a lot of factors to get right. Okay, he's dealt with... Oh my gosh. Literally just no-Uing you every time that there's a non-bombable garbage, which... Fantastic response, honestly.
Yeah.
He's really good at nullifying one of the major advantages of Henry's Chosen's loadout. Okay.
Oh, wow. The speed 20. Wow, that is quite the upset there.
Right. A little over 5 minutes. Cool, cool. So Rodney is going to be sitting on winner's side of grand finals, which... Water is wet. But it is in a very different game than usual. So... We're going to be bringing things up from loser semis now. It's time to get into Welsh and Note.
All right.
Update that. Huge brain, huge brain. Lobby 23. You get in there really quick. All right. Ready when y'all are.
Yeah, I'm ready. You know, I gotta say, one thing I've noticed is that tournament dashboard lags immensely when there's this much information tracked by it.
These things happen.
Yeah.
Look, you got to put it through its paces.
Exactly, yeah. This is a very good test of it.
So note, sticking with petrification.
Yeah.
Very, very fond of just making sure that you can play less and less as the round goes on. Kind of 10 combo off of that.
10 combos. Crazy.
Well, I mean, optimizing meter gain is huge in this, especially if you want to not die like that. Note, barely getting out, gets a drunk transfer. And we're starting to put, oh god, Tiny Junk in the queue, near top 4 too. Just transferring it back, doesn't want to deal with that at all.
No, sir.
Okay, we're petrifying. Now we're sending more.
Honestly, we're trying to keep Welsh's top board as impenetrable as possible. A lot of garbage feasts we're going to spend bombs on. Note seems to be layering. Okay. Moddly Tiny Junk there as well.
My lord.
There must have been like one thing that fell because I did not see how you topped out there.
Like people with Tiny.
Again, oh yeah, no, guys, I guess you missed the game where I won, right? Yeah. Oh, crazy.
Crazy that.
Crazy. Whoa.
However, I think I liked how Note finished that more, so I'm giving the point to him. Sorry.
Well, it's 1-1. Don't you see the lobby score?
Currently I do not, actually.
Oh.
I'm in a match. I will say, I think as an earnest point, the dark blue Tiny Junk is a little hard to read. Even with like the line work to delineate dark blues on it.
Yeah, the Tiny Junk is something that I've consistently tried to find ways to differentiate it from blocks, because I notice a lot of people, if they're not used to it, they might even think that their like swap button doesn't work because they
Yeah. Oh, good snipe, good snipe.
Still, we got
A lot of
colors though, so that's kind of an easy clear.
A lot of people coming around to Sniper across the bracket.
Yeah.
It's a very familiar power.
Look, it's the first tournament, and you know fighting games, Oz.
Yeah.
Big damage is always a season 1 top tier, until it's not like 2 months later. You got your week 2 Zangief top tier? No, he's not. I love him, but he's not. You guys have just not learned optimal punishes yet.
This may end up being like a petrification mirror game. You never know.
The Burns effect, I don't think Burns is ever going to stop being top tier in Magical Drop F. But I don't know the next time we're going to run Magical Drop F so it evens out.
No, I'm stupid and I forget how to use sniper, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of meter burn for not a lot right now.
Yep.
Speaking of meter burn, nope. Not spending on all of it, funny enough.
Yeah. I guess it's just better to spend on, like, you know, little attacks than to just burn it all.
No, like, we watched in Rodney's match, against, I don't know if it was Tetrium or,
It was tetrium, I believe.
I thought he was matching against Tetrium or Welsh. He was very measured in how he spent his meter. Like, there was so much kind of, like, trying to push you over the edge before committing to the main hit, while not overspending.
Oh,
Speaking of...
evil.
Oh, that's a little brutal looking, yeah. There's something to be said for petrification. Like, even trying to respond to it as all the tiny junk was coming in, it's so hard to keep up with everything without overspending.
And, yep, we're just gonna...
Oh my gosh. Okay, a lot of Welsh's tiny junk is populated very mid-board.
Yeah.
Which we can kind of actually just ignore for right now. It's not really impeding on his game plan. He's just playing as if he has, you know, 10 rows of verticality instead of 20. But you can still very much play and win that kind of game. That being said, we're kind of shuffling through pieces and just something's not okay. We're out of jail. Just barely. Welsh with concerningly low meter, but it's not like Note has a lot more. But, you know, 18 is still a scary number. Oh, Note perished first? What happened? Can someone clip that? I'm just curious.
You can also save the replay. That's another recent feature.
You know what? You got me.
How did Note win? Okay, save. Try to save again. Just want to showcase this feature. Okay, type in the same name. How did Note win?
Second. Does it care?
Well, it might be case sensitive. Yeah, do case sensitive. Oh yeah,
Overwrite?
check that out.
Okay.
You if you're gonna overwrite it. Oh no, but the cursor's in the wrong spot. Okay, forget you saw that. That feature doesn't exist actually. Sorry.
Okay. You got it.
Let's do this last match.
Oh. All right, already just barely match start, and Welsh is not in the hole yet, but we have unique garbage types on the board, which is not great for him. Note, relatively unpressured, but we are going to build up the sniper. Gets it. Context for downstack is a little complicated, and Note's probably going to take some time to do that instead of spending on bomb. But that's because he has full meter that he just does not want to waste yet. No, he does. Oh, he might just die to this.
Oh. Very greedy.
He spent all the meter in the world and did not have a bomb to deal with just the random natural garbage. So in in the ultimate stepping on a rake move there, Welsh moves on to losers finals. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but that was hilarious.
Oops.
God bless. Lobby 25, it's Welsh and Henry.
Okay, I do appreciate the lobby number in there.
Yep. We found out about a third of the way through that's probably the best call for me, since my communication with the TOs is pretty one-way verbally. They can hear me, but I can't hear them. All right. Wish we met in grand finals and said it here. That sure is Rodney. Kirk, you're allowed to unmute and tell a joke. It's fine.
You get one joke.
You get one joke. Make it count.
I think this game would be more pleasant if it was Polyniso instead of Polymino.
Even if... You know what? You made it count. I'm not the audience for it, but there was good consideration there. Alrighty then. Let me get these things updated. Can someone more knowledgeable remind me, we have player sides right? I think having name displays in this will be helpful, yes. Paula, maybe? You can't just say that. Now they are? Okay. Thanks, Masa. We're definitely trying to... Okay. Henry's just getting meter off of stuff that I did not think he could. Like, he got more meter build off of spending for a bomb than he did. Okay, I see that. I think the difference between these guys and some of the people who've been wearing off of, like, aggro and screen watching is, Henry and Welsh are really good at keeping their chains going. Because I'm seeing, like, a lot of times 10s, because they're considering the whole board and going for the matches they do have to keep those pressure strings going. And that means, theoretically, they're going to have meter for days. They can keep doing these things. They can potentially spend more than someone like a Rodrick who's getting maybe 4 chains and playing just very fast tempo. I'm wondering how much that's going to kind of work out as a strategy in the long run, though. Really good transfer ROM. I mean, it's all gone now, but like just the amount of ground that Henry was able to cover was impressive. Yeah, see all these times 10s we're getting. The expenditure is great. You're gonna be going for a snipe. That also is absolutely the difference where I felt like mid-game, I'm not getting any meter gain. And I kind of see and wonder how much can be reasonably optimized for fast and good meter buildment. Because there has to be a more measured high-tempo response you can do to this. Was that what you were doing, though? That might explain some of the times in commentary I'm like, he's going really slow for some reason.
Who? Me?
For some of Notes matches.
Oh, I see.
So I can now 80% the way through bracket, I can see why you were playing the way that you do. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense now. Okay.
Looks like he's waiting for the right time to type.
A little bit of that, a little bit this may not be as...
Not high.
If you have to play high action per minute like you would panel, that arguably leaves you at disadvantage. Okay.
That bomb fruit throw that he transferred to me was very
Kind of brutal.
well placed. It keeps saying that I have one win with every
Programmer bias?
Yeah, I actually hard coded that in, actually, that it just gives me a free win.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? What kind of dev would do something like that?
Alrighty. Belko, we're playing a Polymino. It's a early access game on Steam if you want to check it out. Masa, do you have a link? Bless you. Okay. I think I finally kind of get the flow state. The fact that I made it to 5th off of just kind of intuition now makes me feel better than ever. But I can... Okay. Does it reward speed comboing? Not necessarily. You want to do uninterrupted strings to build more meter to do more attacks. So, like, if you can guarantee your next move somewhere else on the board will also act as a clear, it holds the combo timer over until then. So you're trying to basically assess the entire board and see if you have another possible move. So the actions per minute slower than Tetris Attack or Paneled Upon. But
Think Pizza Tower.
Pizza Tower. Another snipe. Okay. Yeah, I think the not necessarily timed snipes are kind of allowing Henry to get some pretty easy counters here. But like you'll see, the multiplier hangs until you have to do a shift that doesn't make a move. So Welsh on player one side is taking a lot of time, but he's making sure every actual movement counts. And that's why we have 8, 9, 10, and we're going to keep on potentially stacking on 10s. Oh, string's done.
Sorry.
No, look, you illustrated the point plenty well.
Yeah, it seems like bombs hold the combos over.
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad you noticed that. That is a thing. It is one of the more hidden mechanics. It does tell you if you read the in-game help, it does explain that the bombs save your combo, but yeah. Oh god, I'm almost done here.
Okay. Henry's sitting on a lot of meter that he's not doing anything with. I feel like that's probably the metric in Versus that he's not considering as hard as a lot of the other people in bracket. Because, my intuition is just making the most out of meter expenditure instead of necessarily the clear style and finesse of this game. And I will get there. but it's just interesting to see how it's prioritized between different players and different stages of bracket. But like, I can absolutely stand slowing down my own personal tempo a bit if it means that I can do infinitely more junk transfers than I was able to get before. It might shut Note down a lot harder in our loadouts matchup. Okay, we're finally seeing meter expenditure on both players here. And I think Welsh is using this as an excuse to fish and hopefully find more clears. We didn't before running out of acceptable meter usage, but yeah, crazy to have my entire view of how this game is played upended over the course of an hour.
I like that.
I think
That's
the
cool.
way I've thought about this game has changed like 3 or 4 times.
Right on. I don't know if that's an inherently good or bad thing, but I like it for some reason. So.
You know what? It's good to have depth. It's good to have something that's not necessarily something's flatly useful, and there's worth experimenting with what you can do in the game. Oh, that top layer there. Blended in hard, too.
I know. Wow.
Henry taking it 2-0, looking for the run back in grand finals. You know, Rodney's willing to give it to him. Knock, knock. Okay, and last one, enter into the final lobby. Is it labeled that? Alrighty then. Just need Henry and Welsh over here. Knock knock, it's Rodrick Nee. Still sticking to sniper. Not even a hint of experience, like, no, I know my weapon. For a revenge match. Oh boy.
Got the 2 blue grid patterns, eh?
We'll have to be operating on the same brain cell.
Yeah. Is that meta? Is that the meta profile?
Who can say?
It has
Geez,
a
going
cool
off like fireworks.
Yeah. It's been cool to see all the profiles. I'm glad most people decided to go for that.
Kind of intrigued by some of Rodney's junk transfer choices, but I always kind of have been at this point. I feel like the last layer is understanding what he chooses to erase and send. Because more often than not, again, it's not actual garbage. He's just flooding your pieces with like normal material. And as the person sitting in Winner Sides of Brands, I can't tell him he's wrong. Legally.
Legally.
He's doing something that I must not understand. Like, clearly it's working out. But unfortunately, I do not have my third eye opened to understand what that is. Are you going to open your third eye also then?
Oh, are we at speed 9 right now?
Oh, that's odd. I guess we did not make the default lobby correct on this.
Oh. Well, we can do that for the next one.
Yeah. Mistakes happen.
Yeah, it is really interesting to see how low Rodrick keeps his board.
Well, I think more than anything, he's the most focused on meter gain and expenditure. So making use out of small amounts of material to accept garbage and convert that into faster super expenditure, I feel like is the separate game that he's playing that a lot of people aren't. Because out of everyone, he's been doing the most self-pulls on damage, even in mid to late game. He's very fond of junk transfer as a whole.
It's fun.
Oh no, absolutely.
Oh, pressure's on.
Also, gotta shout out Kayat7, one of our regular artist rotations. He did another Kayat7 themed donation to the Matcherino for our event in Frosty Fausting's Vortex Gallery coming up soon. For $7.77 with a comment, play Meteos.
Play Polymino.
It's true. But we got a lot of codes to still redeem. Please help if you can. Yeah, I think a lot of Rodney's chains are kind of incidental. Because if he can't get like a string fast, he'll get a lot of like all the way up to 5 chains, and then he will completely reset to rearrange the board how he sees fit. It's interesting that both of those approaches can actually work out pretty fine in this. There's definitely some attempts to attack on like a plus 2 or 3 extra links in post, but he won't scan the board too long to find a move if it's just not going to be in service of keeping his offense and pressure up.
Yeah, he's definitely playing a lot faster than I felt like I was able to when I was playing.
Well, like I said, I think he is, out of everyone here, he is coming at this from a very paneled upon, primarily sort of energy. And
Oh, the greed with those junk rows. Holy smokes.
yep, that sounds about right for him.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's unfortunate. He does not have any bombs to spend, so we got a little bit of a shelf there for him for a while.
Yep.
But it's interesting to see in games that are inspired by another one how much the original title's thought process can still hold versus engaging with the game on its own terms. Like, we saw that on Friday with Hack Match, which is a game you can explicitly play like it's Magical Drop 3, but also if you actually do that extra little bit to like engage with what's unique at it, you will come out ahead. But gosh dang it, being good at Magical Drop 3 will not carry you a very long distance still. Okay, Rodney, kind of scrambling here. We are maxed out at speed 20.
yep.
And they do not seem, honestly, that deeply pressured still. Like, we have to make decisions, and they will not always be optimal, but no one seems to be, like, buckling under the weight of current gravity right now.
Oh, Henry did not have the bomb.
Something, knock on wood. All right.
Game 1?
Game 1.
Game 1.
Wow.
Let's change the...
Yes,
Henry would
please.
have to do it since he's the host.
Okay. Because yeah, no, they definitely ramped it up and made it to max difficulty just fine.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, keep it at 30. Yeah.
All right, time for
Awesome.
video games. We got, oh my gosh, $82 donation from Note.
Sheesh.
At this point, Lord, we're gonna have a hefty prize pool for this. Thank you, Note.
Like, wow, you should have been playing the puzzle games.
Really? Man, I think, knock on wood, I'm kind of curious to see what Toyo Tattoos is there, because I think that's the other one that's in running for, like, having a pretty competitive pool.
Yeah, the Puzzle Kingdom folks actually pulled through for that game.
It's true. Okay. We're tacking on some early garbage on Henry's side. I'm wondering if he's not taking a bit more of a page from Rodney's book this late in the bracket. Can't really blame him. Getting a lot of yellows when he already has a lot of yellows means that we're getting out of this fine. Converts everything into the bomb-only garbage. Yep. I mean, forcing Rodney to spend meter on what he doesn't want to might be the one thing that's going to kind of throw a wrench into his game plan here.
Yeah.
But Rodney's already in sniper range.
He's taking a lot of time to kind of consider this. But he's doing long form chains here, so like do that. That was a Puyo chain basically.
Yeah. Right. Putting on the pressure with these blocks.
Full meter. He's getting kind of devious with all of these junk sends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This seems to be the
He
Rodrick
doesn't want to
special
send
for this.
all his meter
Yeah.
things.
Well, I think, unfortunately, the way that note went out, we learned a very valuable lesson about not spending all your meter in one place.
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe Rodney saves the big snipe for B20.
Could be. That would be the time to send. Just keep Henry off kilter enough for as long as he can.
Yeah.
That being said, he's not stopping Henry from building meter and doing longer resolving garbage. But it's interesting to see almost a kind of clash of ideologies in grand finals here.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
That was a lot of spending there.
Well,
Not a lot of resources here.
Rodney has a metric ton of purples.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
Just barely enough meter to transfer that. That might be the right play. It's going to be a while before Henry has enough to actually spend here.
garbage is really falling down, so it's time.
Rodney trying to extend his times 10s as much as possible at this point. Which has been rare for him, but I suppose this late in the game, if you see the opportunities, take it. We could very much get by off of a couple of smart junk transfers here, but I think he is trying to go for the snipe.
In sniping range.
There it is, and he doesn't even need it.
Wow.
All right, and Rodrick Nee is going to be your Polymino
Wow.
champion for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who participated. If you're curious or like what you saw, the game is in early access on Steam. Welsh, if you have anything you'd like to close out on?
Well, I mean, yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for participating. Nothing like this has happened before in the game's history, so it was really incredible. Thank you all for being a part of it. And yeah, I mean, congratulations to Rodrick. That was quite the upset victory there. I was not expecting that.
That's our boy. Let's go ahead and get to our promo slides really quick. We just wrapped up Polymino January 15th here. On the 28th, we will be taking a bye week in between because we got some Frosty Faustings coming up. I'll have slides on that in a minute. But we will be back with Oh My God, a game that is a match 3 color game. You get the same sort of clear rules as columns, but you have to navigate your piece as if you were playing the game Snake, like the one that you definitely played on your calculator instead of doing schoolwork. I get it. And we have a good lineup of things to come in February, because I can remember what February is as a month. just rapid firing it without the dates. We got Sega Tetris for Naomi. We got Bikini Excellent, which is a funny gambling game of penguins. We got the first of our qualifiers for Magidoro Masters 4, the premier Magical Drop 3 League. And we got Weltris, the funny game that asks you to play neutral more than actually solving the puzzle. So, go ahead, check those out. We will be in Chicago soon for Frosty Faustings, January 23rd through the 26th. Specifically, we have a tournament in the lineup on that Sunday at noon. We're doing Puzzle Wednesday's PSX Puzzle Panic. It is a mystery game bracket, all within the puzzle genre, all on the PlayStation library, different game each round. And we curated a list of some of our greatest hits and some of the weirder things that we've dug up over the years. I promise you, it's going to be an entertaining time, and if you want to watch, we have two potential options here. One, we are getting a time slot on the main Vortex Gallery stream for Top 4 at 4 p.m. And we are going to try and record and restream some of our pools as well. So check those out. And like I said before, we've been plugging the Matcherino the entire night, but one last push. Looking at it right now, we are at $310 with a direct contribution from Kirk for $17.77, which is putting our cent count at a really weird thing. But thank you so much, everyone. We're going to be plugging that till we get closer there, but y'all are great. Thank you so much. And let me see if we have any puzzle friends to raid before I close the door on tonight.
If I could mention one more thing, I'll post this in the Discord too, but anybody who wants to send me their game logs from tonight, even if you were only spectating, whatever, the more data the better. I'd really appreciate it. You can find the game logs in the game's installation directory in a folder called log files. If you just DM that to me on Discord. If it's too big for Discord, just put it in a zip file, please. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
We are going to be rating Betty B Plays G's. She's a regular figure in the Dr. Mario speedrunning community, but she's playing a sort of Myst-like game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. So, you know, give her some love and appreciation. Tell her to play Polymino, and we will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for coming out, and we'll see you soon.